Hello everybody, welcome back to 10 Minute Reviews. Jason here. Sorry it's been a little while since I posted a video. I'll try and make this pretty quick. Thank you to all of our patrons, all of our supporters. Really appreciate it. Don't forget to check the links down below for links to today's book and anything else that we might find applicable. I need to have some traffic through that Amazon thing that you guys suggest in order for it to keep going. Otherwise, I'm going to go ahead and jump right into today's video. So for today, and as you guys see, I'm in my alternate videoing location. Can't film upstairs at the moment, although I do have a very large German Shepherd puppy currently sleeping on my foot, so there's some positives to be down here. Today I want to talk about Battle Mage Farmer 9 by Seth Ring. Now most of you guys, especially if you guys are into lit RPG and a lot of the books that we tend to talk about, it's probably about a quarter of our videos on here, you already know all about Seth Ring. Seth Ring and his Novatera series, and then the sequel series dealing with the same character. So you guys already know all about Seth Ring. Now, to me, Battle Mage Farmer was my favorite series. Absolutely fantastic. And the thing is, with Battle Mage Farmer 9, this is the final book in the series. I'm going to do my best not to give too many spoilers, but there'll be a few. There's going to be a few in here. Now, that's one of the things I actually like about Seth Ring, just like I really like about Bruce Centaur, is a lot of is with their series, when they write a series, they, just because it's a popular series, they don't let it go on forever. They give us an actual ending to the characters, an actual ending to their arcs and what's going on. Now, there may be a sequel series or maybe a spin-off series, but there's an actual ending. It's not forever, which I really like. Because eventually there's very few series that I've read forever. I can only think of 4 or 5 actually of the series that are still on, that have been ongoing for 20, 30 years that I still read. There's not too many of them. And so I like having an ending, and Seth Ring is very good about that. This is the ending to Battle Mage Farmer. So we've got John Sutton. Now, after the events of the Millennium Tournament, or whatever you want to call it, a lot of things came out. John, obviously, he embraced his concept, his divinity concept a little bit more, or finally started to really embrace his divinity concept and started experimenting, playing around with that a little bit, learning more about it. So we come out of this, and first we have to deal with the rewards and stuff like that. And he's made a few enemies, but the enemies he made, he had made prior to the tournament, so that's nothing new. They were already his enemies. They just were unable to defeat him and then got madder at him during the tournament. What we really have is we have the main enemy, certain dragon empire. Well, the dragon leads the empire, but there's multiple dragons or dragonkin within the empire, the resplendent empire, that had already started to wage a semi-official, unofficial, to eventual official war with Candle Scholar Tower. And now that John is back, John wants to do what he wanted to do all the way back in book 1. If you guys remember, all the way back in book 1, the very beginning, the very first chapter, what was John doing? John was retiring. John was retiring because he was tired of war. He was tired of battles. He was tired of fighting people and hurting people, killing people. And somehow he retired, got a farm, and kept having to do it. Had to save worlds, save people, fight battles, and now he's got to fight an entire damn empire. But he's actually pretty confident in himself. In fact, he even tells Candle Scholar Tower, like, you know what? I'm going to retire again in 6 months, but I'll take care of the empire before then. Don't worry about it. I've got it. I've got it under control. They're a little concerned, but it's John, so okay. All right. They give him what resources he asked for. He takes certain people that he asked for, and pretty much gathers his forces and sort of gathers his forces for a sneak attack, while at the same time almost doing an infiltration guerrilla style attack as well, almost like an SF sort of attack, a hearts and minds, go in and build, train indigenous forces sort of stuff, and it's pretty interesting. I mean, it's a solid portion of the book. I'd say about 70% of the book deals with the Resplendent Empire and John's taking down of the Resplendent Empire. It's the latter half of the book, and I'm just now realizing it's going to be kind of a shorter video because I don't want to give too many spoilers away. The latter half of the book gets really fascinating. Really fascinating. A little bit of an info dump, but it's not done in a boring way. It's actually truly fascinating. What we get is John's basically induction into the greater deity society. Now that he's embraced his divinity, now he's got to be introduced to the greater divinity, the greater society of divinities out there. He's not the only god. He's not the only pantheon. He is one of the more oddball gods because he has a lot of different concepts beneath him, from growth to agriculture to death to it's all kinds of stuff. But now he's always been the overpowered guy, but now he gets to meet other deities or aspects or avatars, and the thing is, he's embraced his divinity, but he doesn't know jack all about divinity, godhood, any of that. What sort of responsibilities there may be, things along those lines. He does feel the weight of certain responsibilities, and some things come to find out that since he has taken on this role within the pantheon and these people that worship him, he made some major accidental changes or clogged pipes, you could say, by just not even knowing, so he wasn't addressing certain things. But as we're getting this little info dump, we get a few nods towards Seth Ring's other books. So any of you guys that started with Battle Mage Farmer, book 9 might actually circle you back to the other series, especially Nova Terra, because we start getting some familiar names, but they're tiny little one-off, brief little mentions. Like the name Thorn is mentioned and never brought up again. Nobody asks any questions. It's never explained. Nothing like that. And then certain other deities, gods, aspects, they get mentioned. Thor. So it ends up circling itself back. Thank you everybody for watching. We will catch you guys next time. Bye now.